What I have in my hands is a Smith & Wesson 442. It is a 5-shot 38 special revolver with a 2-inch barrel. I'll be testing the velocity and the penetration of these rounds. I'll be shooting first a semi-wadcutter hollow point, completely lead, no copper, and we'll see how it goes. .97. Full penetration through all 5. Stopped on the first layer of fleece. There is no expansion. Let's see if we can get this in a close-up. Absolutely no expansion. Now I have the revolver loaded with the higher pressure round. I expect more velocity and possibly more expansion. I don't know. Oh Lord. Well, went through all 5, and there is no expansion at all. The velocity was an error, so I will test that again. So now I will test the velocity again. .678. So now I have the semi-wadcutter without a hollow point. I will be testing this out with fabric up front. Hopefully it will stay in place. If not, I'll have to shoot again. So I have this loaded to about midway between the last 2 rounds, and we'll see how it goes. There we go. That one was an error. So once again, oh, it bounced. There we go. And no expansion, because it is without the hollow point. But it curved up, missed the last jug entirely, and got stopped by the fleece on the back. Interesting. I'll get a close-up of these later. But in the meantime, let's see here. There you go. Isn't that interesting? Because the sun is beating on this here chronograph very hard, it's having a hard time reading. So I will shoot this one again. This is, again, the semi-wadcutter without the hollow point. And we'll see. Again, we have another error. I will try it one more time. This revolver is actually fairly pleasant to shoot. So I will try this one more time. Again, another error. Well, I suppose it's alright. So now I'll be testing out these 158 copper-plated hollow points. Now these are a bit too fancy for my liking, but I'll give them a shot. I adjusted my chronograph, so hopefully the mighty sun will allow me to get a reading. Again, I have 5 milk jugs filled with water and my fleece backstop. In the front, I have 4 layers of denim. Let's give it a shot. Boy, that was a mighty powerful round. I felt that. Let's take a little gander, shall we? Oh, I see water draining. Ooh. Let's see here. It did not expand. Ooh, that's hot. That is a hot round. Again, the velocity. Oh, that can't be right. 1231. Well, all right then. I ain't shooting that again. All right. So here is my setup. I have some layers of fleece I sometimes use to test if it will affect the expansion. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 milk jugs. Now the sweet spot from what I found is a 3 and 4. You want it to just get into the 4, but not really to penetrate the 4. So all these rounds have over-penetrated because they've all hit the fleece, making up the back. Now the bullet usually is caught by the first layer. That means that the velocity is fairly low when it gets to it. But I've had a few go right through the middle and stop about here. So these rounds are mighty big rounds, mighty heavy rounds, but sometimes they'll over-penetrate. Most of the time, I'd say, but you know, don't shoot anyone behind the guy you're shooting at. That would kind of suck. Here, got the mighty chronograph, and hopefully it's reading wrong, because these rounds are way over velocity. They should be near 900 at the very highest. But I'm getting 12, so I'm not going to shoot anymore. I like my hands, you see. Okay. So through some deliberating, using my previous loads that I tested before on the chronograph, where I was getting low velocities, I was able to tell that the chronograph was given higher numbers. I was getting the same 1200 FPS through my semi-wadcutter lead bullets. So I'm assuming that it is the mighty sun beating down on this chronograph, preventing it from doing its job correctly. Sometimes the Lord Almighty plays tricks. Now, I could tell that those copper-plated hollow points were a higher velocity. They had a lot more kick. The higher velocity semi-wadcutters, they had slightly more kick, but not that much to notice. Overall, I'd say this was a mighty nice gun to shoot. I wouldn't go a higher pressure than what I did. I did not get into the plus P range, as they call it. I would stick to the low range with a snub nose. There's some debate on the rounds that I used. Some say the rounded hollow points, if they don't expand, they're just acting like a normal round nose. I don't think that's the case. I think that hollow point does a little bit of damage. Some others say that the semi-wadcutters cut a hole through the flesh, which does seem to be the case. I saw just perfectly round holes in the milk jugs. And I saw that there was some plastic in the hollow point of the semi-wide cutters that had hollow points. So it was doing a little bit of damage, you see. Now, this might be the 1800s that I'm shooting this in, but you know, it's some worthy knowledge, I suppose. I can't wait to get home and get malaria.